Nero Tempesta paint, 21-inch forged wheels, and a black and gray interior. This is the 2025 Maserati Grecale Modena here at Maserati St. Petersburg, and we gotta check this thing out, sticker breakdown, walk around, see what this thing is all about for the 2025 model year. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where we're here with the Maserati Grecale Modena for the 2025 model year. Named after the famous Italian city, this is the next trim level from the Grecale base model. And with that said, you're gonna get more options, more features standard, and things that you guys are gonna want when it comes to underneath the hood. So with no further ado, let's check this thing out, see what it's all about for the 2025 model year. Our biggest shout out to Maserati St. Petersburg for letting me take a spin around this Grecale Modena. Now, if you guys want this model or any other model they have here in their lineup, well, make sure you guys check the link down in the description below for the website link. The phone number's there as well. Give them a call, check out their inventory, and get one of these beautiful cars off of this pavement and into your driveway today. Let's talk about the power, what's underneath the hood of the 2025 Grecale Modena, because it's a step up when it comes to the overall base Grecale, right? So we're looking at a turbocharged 2-liter inline-4 with a direct fuel injection, and instead of 296 horsepower, we're getting 325 horsepower. Now with that said, it's also 332 pound-feet of torque paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive on the Alfa Romeo's Giorgio platform, so you know how nimble this overall chassis setup is. Now when it comes to performance figures, well, we're looking at a 0 to 60 time in 5.3 seconds, a 0 to 100 mile per hour time in 13.5 seconds, a quarter mile time in 13.4 seconds, and a top speed at 149 miles per hour. We should probably hear how that exhaust sounds. Now, when we mention dimensions for the 2025 Grecale Modena, we're looking at a wheelbase of 114.2 inches. We have a length at 190.8 inches. We have a width at 76.7 inches. And we have a height at 65.6 inches with an overall curb weight of around 4,421 pounds. Now, when it comes to the 2025 Grecale Modena, well, not too many noticeable changes when it comes to this spec for the 2025 model year, but what you guys will see is Nero Tempesta paint. A nice metallic flake that the Florida sun is gonna be a paid actor and show it off. I mean, it shines so well here. Now you guys will also see with that metallic flake, we do have the Maserati insignia front and center. We do have the big Trident right here with level 2 driving assistance there. So all your technology is packed inside of this big Trident. And then you have this gloss black single piece grille all the way across with the gloss black vertical blades, and then the functional feed through with the honeycomb grille back there for cooling. Then we get Nero Tempesta back in the center here, and then we get a plastic cladding with integrated sensors. And then we have a diamond pattern when it comes to our grille down here below, functional feed through, with a gloss black front lip because the Modena spec will come with that. Now you guys will also see the side blades here. We'll have a nice kind of honeycomb look when it comes to the grille pattern here, and again, functional with the integrated sensor and a vertical gloss black blade. And then of course, the headlights. You guys will see we do have our DRLs right up top and in the lower. We have our Trident in there as well with the Maserati script, and our 3-bar setup when it comes to our tri-port looks, when it comes to our amber lighting lighted up, and we guys will see that in just a moment with the high beams and low beams. All that looking brilliant with the lines in the hood, giving it a sporty aggression. I definitely love the look of the front fascia of this Grecale Modena for the 2025 model year. Now, what I love about the side profile here is not just the blacked out trim, but the overall stance with these 21-inch Pegaso forged wheels. You guys can see these in the bicolor finish with the Maserati insignia for the Trident right there in the center cap, red calipers, white script, Brembo brakes, of course, and we have the Continental tires, cross contacts to wrap it all together, looking brilliant when it comes to this shoe. Now, with that said, you guys will also see we do have the nice Nero Tempesta wheel wells and side skirt going all the way down with the insert on the very bottom, blacking it all out. Keeping with the blacked out trim, we do have the Modena badge, letting you guys know what trim we have here, done in black, and the 3 portholes functional, done in gloss black as well. And then, of course, the mirror caps done in black with the electronic door handles, with the top pieces done in black. We have the Trident here on the C-pillar, all blacked out, of course. Window moldings done in black with the B-pillar and C-pillar. And then we have the big glass roof up top. All right, we'll see that once we get inside with the Nero Tempesta shark fin antenna, the Nero Tempesta spoiler with the gloss black accent on the tail, and then the side blade done in gloss black. I mean, come on. This spec just looks brilliant when it comes to the side profile. What do you guys think? So the rear profile matches that same energy when it comes to overall blackness in a sense, right? Nero Tempesta all throughout. But first, let's start at the top with the integrated third brake light right there in the spoiler. And then, of course, the Maserati script done in that satin aluminum finish. Then we have the candy bar, which Maserati calls it, done in gloss black here to match up with everything else when it comes to the front fascia and side profile. And it seamlessly flows right into the rear brake light that's integrated into the LED tails, which we will see illuminated very shortly. Now you guys will also see that satin aluminum finish when it comes to the Grecale badging right there as well. And then come to the lower half. You guys will see with the Nero Tempesta lower half of the bumper, we do have integrated sensors. We also have our very sharp horizontal reflectors here as well. And then, of course, the gloss black shark fin rear diffuser, looking very sporty. But then we have the quad exhaust pipes done in black as well. You guys already heard what they sounded like. Now take a look at them with this rear profile. This looks wonderful when it comes to the Grecale Modena. I want to know what you guys think. Is the front your best look, side your best look, or the rear your best look? Now when it comes to cargo and our rear seats folded up, well, we're looking at around 20 cubic feet of space. But folding down these rear seats, as you guys will see with the 40-20-40 split, we're looking at around 55 cubic feet of space. Again, same platform as the Stelvio, so you get that same kind of practicality. Now you do have the privacy shade here as well. LED light up top here on both sides. You will also see we do have a 12-volt hanger here as well. Latch for both sides for folding down the seats. Fuse box right here on the side. And then we do have our straps here as well to hold in a couple of documents. False floor will reveal we do have a tire inflate kit with some tools there, extra stowage, and then of course right in the center is our battery. All right, so the whole setup, the whole packaging is just like the Stelvio with this setup. You have LED lights on the tailgate on both sides, and then you also have a one-touch close and one-touch lock. We also have the kick sensor as well to open and close the tailgate on this model. So with that said, what do you guys think when it comes to rear cargo of the Grecale Modena? Now when it comes to fuel economy, we're looking at 24, 22, 28. That means 24 combined city and highway, 22 for the city, 28 for the highway, and 95 goes inside of this Grecale Modena. And as promised, I want to show you guys the illumination when it comes to this Grecale Modena with that Nero Tempesta paint. Well, that amber reflector between bright white and amber looks really good when it comes to this headlighting unit with the black housing, high beams and low beams there as well shining through. And like I said, the tri-porthole look when it comes to the amber reflectors there. And then of course, we do have the amber turn indicator right there in the mirror cap, and then the LED tails shining through, looking brilliant. It's just a great spec when it comes to illumination against this Nero Tempesta Grecale Modena. So now we're in the cockpit of the Grecale Modena, and you guys can see we have Nero leather all throughout, gloss black piano wood trim, aluminum trim with Grigio stitching. So we're talking about black and gray when it comes to this interior spec. As you guys can see, the seating arrangement here has the Grigio headrest stitching with a trident there, and the stitching along the sides where that stitching continues along the side with the inners being done in Nero leather and Nero stitching. Perforation, that means heating and ventilated, and you also have extra thigh support there as well. Good look, right? Then we have that big panoramic roof. We can let back the sunshade there for even more natural daylight. Then we come to the door paneling here. That'll show you a lot of what our spec is about with our Sonos speaker system. So our Sonos Faber sound system right there in the tweeters. We also have it right there in the aluminum trim. And we also have another speaker here. We got more. But with that said, you guys will also see piano gloss wood, the gloss black up there with the leathers upper and the Grigio stitching here. With the door cards you will have in the leather, but you have Nero stitching here, and then you do have the armrest here done in Nero with the leather, and then Nero with the door pull, but we have Grigio stitching, and then we have our gloss black panel here that will be good for our window controls, mirror controls, and locks. And then we have our door release done in gloss black with aluminum trim here as well. And then look down, you will also see the aluminum side sill, the Maserati script there. You will see the aluminum dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal with the rubber grippies. You also see aluminum and gloss black when it comes to our seat adjustments. Now let's close her up and get to the spec, because you guys will see we do have the flat bottom steering wheel that you guys know from Maserati with the perforated leather on both sides, and you have the 3-spoke design with the dark trim front and center. We do have a power adjust telescopic steering wheel, so I can move it forward. I can also move it in, go down, and go up. We have the aluminum paddle shifters column mounted, so you guys always know where they are. You guys will also see that we do have buttons right here on the back. Now, these buttons here will be for volume, and you can change the radio stations as well. They're on both sides of the steering wheel, all right? Now, with that said, you guys will also see our steering wheel stalks will have lane keep assist there with our high beam controls, and we have our washer nozzles for our windshield washers right there. All right, now, let's talk about the steering wheel itself. The Trident right there on the airbag, nice circular airbag, gives a cool look, right? And then you guys will see on the right-hand side, we have our driver assistance controls. Now on the left-hand side backlit are our controls for our digital instrument cluster. As you guys can see, we have a speedometer here, completely digital when it comes to this tach. So let's change a couple of things as far as how this looks. First, we'll change within the speedo here on the left-hand side by pressing the speedo button right here. And you guys can see we went from the time and date and weather to an actual needle here. Press it again, and you will go to your radio controls. All right, so I'll press it again, go back to that time, date, and you can see how hot it is. It is Florida, it is crazy. Now, with that said, we also change the overall look here by pressing the 3 menu lines here, and that will bring up our menu controls here, where we can go to recent calls, or we can go to cluster layout, and we can go between 3 different layouts. Classic is what you see, evolved, and then relaxed. Now, mainly what you're gonna see in relaxed is it's gonna be the most viewable, right? You get to see a little bit of everything here. If we go to, sorry, that's evolved. If we go to relaxed, there we go. That's where it shows everything. And I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, that's where it shows just everything plain and simple as day. Evolved is the tach, but you get some of your controls and things that are integrated into the tach. And then of course, when you go to classic, that's going to be like your 2 tachs there, your speedos there. So it's going to be like normal, right? Now, with that said, you can also change what's in the middle here by pressing the up and down arrows. And you guys can see we got our brake, pedal, oil temperature, driver assistance, messages. We got our trip there as well. We got our speedo, or we can go back to our map display when it comes to our navigation. Not bad, right? We have 33 inches of screen real estate when it comes to the infotainment, the instrument cluster, and the comfort screen. 33 inches. Crazy, right? Keep going with this whole spec. You guys will see we do have the nice soft A-pillar here. All right. And then you guys will also see we do have the soft touch dash with the gray stitching, aluminum trim here, and then more soft touches on the dash here, or in the center console here with the nice Grigio stitching here. And then we have the electric parking brake right here. Now, coming over, you guys will see you have another speaker grill right here with the nice digital gauge. And I say digital gauge because it's not just a clock, it's compass, it's G meter, it's a lot of things. So it's multifunctional, we'll check out in just a moment. With the aluminum trim going all the way across, that Grigio stitching, Nero stitching right here above the glove box with more soft touches and Grigio stitching. And then there's your glove box there, plenty of space. Now, we do have the MIA system, Maserati Intelligent Assistant, Amazon Alexa RAN. Basically, Uconnect 5 when it comes to Stellantis vehicles, 10.1 inches when it comes to our infotainment here. We can do driver profiles. As you guys can see, we got home, we got media. What you saw was navigation as well. We had that on nav right away. We got phone, we got vehicle. And we also have apps here as well because again, it's Alexa RAN, so you can do run apps. You also have things like, hey Maserati, wake up words, where you can ask it to take you to Starbucks or turn up the HVAC system or turn down the cooling, all that kind of stuff. You can do voice controls as well. And then keep in mind, we do also have our gear selectors right here, front and center. So these are actual buttons where you put your foot on the brake, I press R, and now I'm in reverse. Reverse camera brings up. Neutral for the N button right there, and then drive with driving manual right there. You guys can see you have your manual controls right there. All right, with that said, press P for park, and we're all good. Now, with that said, we do have the comfort screen down here, tons of functions here. Hazard buttons here, we can also turn it off. On the right-hand side, we do have our radio controls. We can turn up and down the volume or mute it there as well. We do have our clock, which again is a compass, pedometer, put on the brake, G meter as well. All right, multifunction. We also will see our seat memories here. All right, we can also change our bolsterings here between the driver and passenger side, tighten them or loosen them. and our lighting controls here as well when it comes to our lighting units. Now you guys will also see on the right hand side, we have our rear HVAC seats, and we have our ambient lighting right here as well. A couple new colors for the 2025 model year, like you automatically getting yellow instead of having the Trofeo model that has yellow. Then we have green and blue as well. Now keep in mind, we do have on the lower half our max front and rear when it comes to our HVAC. We have our parking sensors, start stop right there, hill descent control, and we can turn off our traction control right there. And then we have our HVAC system, dual zone, heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. You can do the quick controls here as well, so you don't always have to memorize where everything is. You can just do your quick swipes there as well. Now with that said, we do have underneath where you can have a wireless phone charging pad. We don't have it on this one specifically. Good for stowage. Gloss black central tunnel here. With that said, USB-C and USB 2.0 plug-in with extra storage right there in the center, and cup holder there as well. Soft touches on the outers with the Grigio stitching on the armrest, and open that up, and you got your key fob transmitter down there with the 12-volt plug-in DC, and you can also have your extra storage. Key fob, as you guys know and love it from Maserati for this model year. So the Trident leather on the back side with the aluminum trim, aluminum surround, and then we have lock, unlock, and trunk release with the panic button right there as well. Physical key fob button right here, so you guys, in case the key fob battery dies, you do have a physical key right here as well. Then look up top, rear view mirror here. All the way up top, we do have our lighting controls when it comes to our dome light, floodlight, SOS. We do control our ventilation when it comes to our sunroof and the sunshade, and everything up top here. You guys will see trunk release too, and you guys will also see that we do have on our visor our garage door opener, a home link there, and then we have a visor with a mirror and a light on both the driver and whoops the passenger side. Excuse my clumsiness there. With that said, all great things inside of the Grecale Trofeo. Now we have 98 cubic feet of space when it comes to inside of the Grecale as a whole, so we're gonna have plenty of room when it comes to the rear seating. Now you guys will also see we do have the same perforated Nero leather with Grigio stitching all throughout, even in the headrest when it comes to the rear seating unit. Now we're gonna hop inside because you get the same premium leather and comfortability with plenty of knee wiggle room. You have storage on the driver's side and on the passenger side when it comes to the backrest. Now you guys will also see we do have an LCD screen here for our climate controls with heated seat controls and dual zone climate per usual. You guys will also see we do have USB 2.0 and USB-C there as well. And then come look right here in the armrest, we do have the cup holders here as well. Now with that said, LEDs when it comes to our dome lights, we do have our whole sunshade here, but you know, half of it's closed, but our whole sunshade that will go back. And then you guys will also see in the door paneling, Nero leather for the uppers, like up front, with the Grigio stitching, gloss black in the inners for the bezel, Sonos Power sound system with the speaker here and here, with the Nero door cards to the stitching. And you also have the Nero armrest here with the door pull, Grigio stitching there with the gloss black window switches, and the switch here in gloss black with aluminum trim when it comes to the door release with the aluminum side sill with the Maserati script there. This is a great spot inside of the rear of the Grecale Modena. All right, so let's break down the sticker of the 2025 Grecale Modena. Done with Nero Tempesta and Nero Grigio interior, we're looking at a starting price of $84,500. Now, after our additional options and our $1,695 destination with our $300 preparation and delivery charge, we're looking at a total price of $93,365. Now, how did we get there? Well, our black piano trim is $1,720, where our Climate Plus package is $2,850. Now, that gives us windshield washer nozzles for heated and heated rear seats with ventilated front seats, stitched Trident on the headrest, power liftgate with the kick sensor, heated steering wheel as well. And then you have the driver assistance package L1. Adaptive cruise control, active lane management, blind spot, and rear cross path with drowsy driver detection. That's part of the packages here. Now you also will see red brake calipers, $1,150. With the Nero Tempesta paint, the same price, $1,150. Everything else you see here, it is standard on this car. I mean, everything. All this here comes equipped with this Grecale Modena. Now I know with the reflection of this sticker, it might be very hard to see. Pause, zoom in, screenshot, or check the link in the description for Maserati St. Petersburg's website. because then you guys can follow the link and get the full sticker breakdown of this Grecale Modena. But I want to know what you guys think. The warranty of 4 years, 50,000 miles. What do you guys think about the Grecale Modena? So at $93,365, what do you guys feel about this 2025 Grecale Modena? Drop those comments down below. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, we'll make sure you give it a big thumbs up. But also make sure you guys check the links down in the description below for Maserati St. Petersburg's website link, because their phone number is there as well. You guys can check out their inventory, give them a call, and get this beautiful car off of their lot and out there on the roads where it belongs today. And make sure you guys also subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.